Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kable. Welcome to a new episode of Thinking Out Loud. Yo, this is episode 20. We made it to episode 20, and I just want to thank everybody for tuning in, everybody that's tuning in. The reason why I started doing this whole thing, podcast, is just to kind of just throw my thoughts on world events, talk about topics that sometimes I have in my mind, opinions, and just to share my thoughts with you guys. If this is your first time tuning in, the reason why I'm wearing a mask is because I am an artist and I don't show my face on any type of social media, so this is one of the reasons why I wear a mask. Sometimes I wear the bandages, but honestly, for the podcast, most of the times, I really don't feel like, wrapping up my face and doing all that. I usually do that for when I'm performing on stage, or when I'm doing something like a music video and things like that, you know what I mean? So, without further ado, man, let's get into it. I got my little Thinking Out Loud little booklet here, just to not go all over the place, you know what I mean? So let's go with the first topic. I don't know if a lot of people know, I'm a big fan of boxing. I fell in love with the sport a long time ago. I've been a fan of it since I was like a little kid, since like about 10 years old. I used to go with my brother to the gym. There was a gym around back home in Miami, Florida, and me and my brother, we would go and just kind of like hang out when we were kids out there, and we used to watch people train, and then we started doing some of that as well. And then I started, me and my brother, the funny thing is, I seen kids around this neighborhood that I live in now doing the same thing that I used to do with my brother when we were kids. And we used to get gloves and we used to go around the neighborhood boxing other kids, and so yeah, I'm a huge fan of boxing. A lot of people like UFC. I'm not a big fan of it, but I understand why some people like that sport more than boxing. But me, I love boxing. I think it's like playing chess in a way. So I want to talk about the Canelo versus Banga fight coming up, and my opinion on that fight. Honestly, I'm with everybody else what they think. I know everybody thinks that Banga has zero chance of winning this fight. I do agree that he has very low chances of winning the fight, but you guys got to realize that at the end of the day, a fight is a fight. Anything could happen, and that's the exciting part about boxing. One punch could change the directory of the night. So you never know. So I'm definitely gonna put money on, I'm gonna bet on Banga to win. He says he's gonna knock him out in the 6th round. I don't know, man. I say that I am gonna bet on him, and he will have to win by a knockout. There's no way of him winning by points. He's not gonna outbox Canelo. His IQ is not better than Canelo's. There's nothing on paper that says that Banga has anything to bring to the table that Canelo hasn't seen. So he's fighting an uphill battle, but you never know. You just never know, man. And if you bet on Banga and he does win, you're gonna win some pretty good money. So my money's on Banga to win. I say, man, if he does beat him, it's definitely gonna have to be by knockout, and he's gonna have to do it no later than the 8th round by knockout. He has to go in there with a lot of pressure, smart pressure. Definitely has to go in there with a tactic. I know he says his IQ is what's gonna make the difference in a fight. I say definitely IQ. He's gonna have to figure him out, and I don't know if he's able to do that. I've seen a lot of fights from Banga, and look, man, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying that he's a hype job, but man, I haven't seen any opposition that would grant him this major fight, you know what I mean? So I just honestly think Canelo, for whatever reason, I'm not saying he's scared of anybody, because I doubt it, but for whatever reason, he's ducking Benavidez. We all know that that's the Super Bowl of boxing right there, Benavidez versus Canelo. And for whatever reason, he just doesn't want to give the opportunity to Benavidez. Maybe he just doesn't like Benavidez, in my opinion. I think that's what it might be. He doesn't like him, you know what I mean? And he doesn't like the fact that he's bad-mouthing him all the time, saying that he's scared. So Canelo's at the point in his career where he could do whatever he wants, and he's still gonna sell because he has a hardcore fan base, not only with Mexicans, but with just boxing fans in general, you know? So people are always, I say he's got a good amount of people that will always tune into his fights, you know? Another thing that I feel that is going against him for this fight, he's making it a Mexican versus Puerto Rico. He's promoting it that way, and honestly, I really think that's not. I know Puerto Ricans are going to support Banga, you know, but I also notice a lot of Puerto Ricans are not really caring too much about this fight, because in order for it to be a mega fight, there needs to be two mega stars in the ring. You know, in order to make it a Puerto Rican and Mexican rivalry, both fighters, in my opinion, they need to be stars. They need to be mega stars, you know? This is just not the case. He cherry-picked Berlanga because he doesn't want to fight the fight that everybody wants him to fight, which is Benavidez. Now, personally, I believe that Canelo beats Benavidez. Benavidez' style is very flat from what I've seen. And also, you know, Canelo has better head movement, but Benavidez is the bigger guy. So yeah, it's like a I don't know, man, 40-60 or something like that. But I go with Canelo beating Benavidez if they do get into a fight. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's just the uphill battle of this fight is the fact that the UFC, they're gonna have their events at the Sphere in Las Vegas, and everybody wants to see that. You know what I mean? That is the first time that they have a contact sport or any of that in the Sphere, you know? So most people are gonna tune into that, and then only his hardcore fans of Canelo are gonna tune into the fight. I know most likely if I'm betting money on the Canelo fight, I'm gonna tune into the Canelo fight. And it's also because I don't really care too much about the UFC. I got a lot of friends that love the UFC, but you know, I don't know, man, it's just, to me the UFC is more of it is tactical, but it's not so much of chess. It's more like, if I catch you with one good kick, it all ends. There's more of a quicker percentage. There's more of a quicker knockout percentage than in boxing. In boxing, at least you get to like, there's skill, more, I don't know, that's just my opinion. There's more skill involved in like the chess playing of the mind and, you know, the angles and stuff like that. In UFC, I just feel like it's like, you know what I mean? You put two people in a cage and it's like, yo, you know. There is skill involved. I'm not saying that there isn't. I'm just saying, like, I enjoy the boxing better than the UFC. So yeah, I'll be tuning in though. I'll be tuning into the Canelo fight because I'm betting money on it. So that's that. That's my opinion on the Canelo fight. I feel like he's ducking Benavidez. He's giving us a bullshit fight that nobody cares about, but you just never know. And this fight it just might shock the world, you know? This kid might hit him with a hook, hit him with an uppercut that stumbles. You never know what happens in the sport of fighting. And that's the exciting part about it. So that's my thoughts on that, right? So moving on, moving on. I do want to talk about Deadpool. I do want to review Deadpool. Give me a moment here. So yeah, Deadpool, man. I went to go see it the first day it came out, and I'm not gonna front. The movie's great. Is it perfect? By a long shot, it's not perfect. But it's a great movie. Fun. I think honestly is better than part 2. That was the one with Kable. That's one thing. I actually wish that Kable would have been in this one too. That would have been super dope, because I feel like the guy that was playing Kable, he did a good Kable, and yeah, it would have been cool to see him again. And Domino too. It would have been cool to see Domino as well. They don't mention them in my from what I remember. They don't mention those two characters in this movie. Not really, except for the whole thing of Deadpool taking Cable's time machine and messing up the timelines and all this other stuff. But I don't want to give too much away. But yeah, good movie, fun movie. It kind of screws up the whole timeline of the MCU, but I don't know. It's still a good movie in my opinion. Great movie actually. My favorite cameo was Gambit and Blade. Those two cameos right there. Those two cameos were my favorite. After watching Gambit, I think we need a Gambit movie or something with I forgot the guy's name who's playing Gambit, but yo, he killed it. Very dope character, and the way he played him was like straight out of the comic books. Amazing, just amazing. Another person that I liked that I would have liked to see in the movie was Loki. I was thinking about it. I'm like, damn, they got the variants, the timeline, and we didn't get Loki. I was expecting Loki to be in the movie, but Loki's not in it, and it kind of sucks. I would have liked to see that. So yeah. So you know what? I'll be right back. Give me a moment. So that was my review. I think the movie's amazing. Go check it out. Watch it with if you got kids. They're gonna. I don't know if you want to take them to go see it because it is a rated R movie, but go watch it with friends. And yeah, good movie to watch. Let's see. Let's talk about the Olympics, right? So much controversy, so much drama about the Olympics this year. Honestly, I feel like that intro that they had for the Olympics, that they were mocking the Last Supper. That's something you don't mess with. That's something you don't play with. I don't understand why people like to mock Christianity. I really don't get it, but I do. Because I feel like this whole thing is run by the devil. I feel like this whole world, this is his playground. People in the industry, it's just a mess, man. So the fact that they had that at the Olympics, that introduction, and that mess that they had, what did that have to do with the competition? What the fuck did that have to do with anything? I just feel like it was blasphemy, man. And there's certain things you gotta respect, because the hold on, let me get it right. The LGBTQ community, they don't like people talking negative on them or talking down on them. Obviously, they don't. They wouldn't want to get mocked. That's what I'm trying to get to. If you don't want people to mock your believe, your way of life and like your community. Why would you go and mock Christianity and their beliefs? You know, it's just like, it's not right. In my opinion, that's horrible. You know. So yeah. Also, there was another controversy with the boxer, the female boxer, that everybody was saying she's a transgender, and she's actually not a transgender. She was born a woman, but she was born with the XY chromosome, which makes her stronger. Not as strong as a man, I believe, but yes, definitely stronger than a regular woman. And a lot of people were saying she should have not fought. She should have not competed because the level of testosterone in her was way too high, and they still let it happen. And you know, my opinion on that is, you know, she needed to fight somebody that has the same condition that she has, to make it an even fight, to make it a fair fight, to make it a competitive fight. Yes, get somebody, you know, get another competitor that has that condition. If not, you can't compete. You know, because that's like, you're like Superwoman compared to regular women. You know, so you hit harder. So it's not a fair fight, in my opinion. So that's my opinion on the Olympics. I think they need to do better. I think that, yeah, they need to regulate, and definitely don't mock religion. You know, that's just not cool, man. You know, everybody needs to respect everyone, and just peace, man. Peace, you know. So that's my opinion on that. Let's go on. Let's move it on. Oh, this is another one I want to talk about. Back to Marvel, right? Now, they announced that Iron Man is going to be, well, I'm not going to call him Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr. is playing Dr. Doom. Now, I'm not happy with that. I don't know, man. I feel like they gave him such a good farewell in the MCU. And yes, it happens in the comic books. He becomes a variant of Dr. Doom. But I wanted to see Victor Von Doom, you know? I wanted to see Victor Von Doom. And I wanted to see another actor play him, you know, somebody new. Bring somebody fresh. I have a problem with Hollywood always recycling the same actors. And you know, sometimes I think about it, I'm like, yo, why don't we get new actors? And I honestly think it's because it's a cult. It's like they keep recycling the same people that is down with whatever get down with, you know? So I don't know, man. I'm not feeling him as Dr. Doom, but we'll see what he does with the role. He's a phenomenal actor, so it just needs to play out right, in my opinion. I wish it would have been someone else, but you know, I'm still gonna go watch it. You know, whatever they do with Dr. Doom, I'm still gonna go watch it, just because of curiosity and to see Dr. Doom on the big screen. On the big screen and in live action, it's gonna be phenomenal. Yeah, so that is my thoughts on that. Also, I'm kind of like going through it real quick, but honestly, it's been 20 minutes. I've been rambling about shit. So, yeah. This is episode 20 of Thinking Out Loud. Thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned. I'm gonna be dropping music videos. I'm working on some new music. I'm in album mode right now. I'm hungry to get things moving. I'm also emailing different promoters to get situations going when it comes to like performing, because I feel like people need to see, they need to see what I got going on, like as far as I need to show people what they're missing, you know what I mean? And merch coming soon. I got everything I need to succeed, you know? And remember, guys, be kind to each other. God first. You know, if you believe in God, I know I do, so I always put God first. Yeah, just stay focused, stay hungry, stay aware, be aware of your surroundings, be aware of the bullshit, keep a tight circle, you know. A lot of friends ain't friends, they're just spectators, and a lot of times people that you think might want the best for you don't want the best for you. So just make sure you stay on point. This is your boy Kable. Thank you for tuning in. Peace, love, and prosperity.